Hi, boys and girls. It's STEAM Tuesday, and I'm so happy to be back with you guys again. So this week is Family Coding Week. Yay! And that's perfect because the weather's not so great for outside stuff. So today what I wanted to do is do a coding lesson with you. But before we get started, the first thing I want to do is I want to review with you some vocabulary terms for coding because it's been a while since we've been together and so we haven't been able to review. So I'm going to go over some vocabulary terms with you before we get started. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to review with you was what is coding? And we've talked about this a lot in class, but coding is the way that we tell computers to do all the helpful things that they do for us. Coding is what makes it possible for us to create computers, software, apps, and websites. So we use coding as a language to communicate with technology. The computers follow a list of instructions that a coder or programmer, you, has written. So today, before we get started, I wanted to review our flow control structures. There are 3 that we've gone over in class: sequencing, conditions, and loops. Remember, sequencing is the order of commands. We have to make sure that the order of commands is correct when we're coding. Otherwise, the computer can't understand. The second one is conditions. And conditions are if-then statements. So telling the computer when to do something. That if something happens, something else should happen and that computer should do something. And then the last one is a loop. Do you guys remember what a loop is? A loop is a repeat block, right? It tells the computer how many times to follow the directions. So when we're coding, we want to make sure that our sequence is correct. We want to try and use conditions so that our computer knows when to do things. And we want to use loops so that our computer knows how many times to do something and we're not giving it too many instructions. I'm with my
assistant,
and we are going to do some kindergarten, first grade coding, right?
Yeah.
Because you're going to be a first grader next year.
So we're going to use these papers, and I'm going to code Mama to have a
robot
obstacle.
Mama, right?
Yeah.
Okay, can we talk to them about the cards? Can you hand me the cards so I can show them the cards? Well, first let me tell them where they can find them. Mac, our dog is growling at the neighbors. Okay, so Mrs. Hughes put these on Schoology for you. They are little mats that you can use to build a program to code a family member, like a parent or a sibling. You just use these cards and you're going to lay them out on the floor, and then the person that you're trying to code is going to try and follow your commands, right, Lila? Mm-hmm. Okay, so can we talk about what these are? Do you remember what this is?
So this, you put your hands up. And it says the word on the top. See, it says hands up.
Very good. So this is an action. So this is an action block. This is going to tell the robot what to do, right? It's an action block. Do you remember, Lila, what kind of block this is?
This is a block that you can either put like forwards or backwards or like one of these, and you can do it 2 times.
Yeah. Do you remember what this is called?
This is called
loop. This is a loop. So this tells the computer or the robot how many times to do what's inside of there. So if we put hands up, then the robot has to put their hands up how many times?
2.
2 times. And if you put this one on here, then the robot needs to do what? Look at the picture. Pat their knees. How many times?
2 times.
Very good. So that's a loop. And then we have these green blocks. Let me see if I can find them.
That means, this one means stop, and this one means the robot. That's where he needs to go before he does the obstacle. So he knows where the obstacle first starts.
Very good. And these are called events. Okay, these are event blocks. They tell the computer or the robot when to follow the instructions. Okay, so what we're going to do, first of all, while I give these to Lila, what you're going to do is you're going to lay these out on the floor. You're going to lay out a stop, and then you're going to lay out some arrows, and then you're going to lay out some actions, and you're going to make a little obstacle course or hopscotch course for your robot, your
or you can just
mommy robot or daddy robot or brother robot, right?
Yeah. And you don't have to start with a go forward. You can start with a go, like do a spin or go backwards.
Yep. And if you cannot print these at home, let's say that you don't have a printer and you can't print these at home, then you can make blocks. Just use paper towels or pieces of paper or construction paper or whatever you have around to make some blocks so that you can lay out a obstacle course for your robot friend.
Yeah.
I'm going to pause the video and Lila's going to set up a course and then she's going to code me to go through the course. So we'll see you in a minute. Go get your supplies ready. Okay. Are you ready to to program your mama robot, Lila?
Yes.
Okay.
So
tell me what to do. You got to read your algorithm. You got to read your code to me.
This is first. You have to go that. You have to go straight 2 times.
Okay. Forward 2 times. Okay.
And then you go that way.
Turn which way?
That.
Okay. Now what?
Now you stop.
Ugh.
Now you spin.
Spin.
And then you kick 4 times.
How do you know that I need to kick 4 times?
Because on the card it says kick 4 times.
Do you remember what kind of block that is?
That is a
Rhymes with hoop.
loop.
Loop. Very good. All right, let's go. Mama's going to kick 4 times.
Where was it?
Okay, here we go. 1, 2,
She's
3.
She
4.
is doing what I told her to do. Now you hop 1.
Woo!
I coded my mom robot.
All right, kindergarten and first graders. Remember, you don't need those blocks. You don't need to print those blocks out. You can use sidewalk chalk. You could use scrap paper from around the house. Anything you can think of to try and give directions. You can even do it verbally if you need to, using your words and giving directions. But try to practice some coding with your family robot at home, either mom robot or dad robot, and do some family coding today. Have fun. Bye. You want to say bye?
Bye.
Good job.